over, certain hindrances that can keep us from, doing what we know we should do. For me as a believer, one of the name, thinking about this name and knowing that God is Almighty does, help me to see things that, I don't know, just give me a mental peace, and a peace in my heart, knowing that even when I do find myself not being as faithful as I should, I know I can turn to truths in the scriptures to know that God is faithful, to me, even when I'm not faithful to Him. Because, I may have some battles that I'm going to end up facing, but the Lord who's mighty in battle isn't just letting me experience these all by myself. God could have given the children of Israel marching orders and just said, okay, you're on your own, go take that land. Okay, and the thing is that God was right there, and the Ark of the Covenant was not only a visual thing for them, but again, it was a reminder of God's presence and that He was there fighting for them. So as you think about all these things that we're fighting for and against, and we need to realize again, and like I said, this is probably something that maybe just even in the last 10 years of my spiritual life is realizing that I don't have to face these things alone. And coming from Alaska, everybody wants to basically, they're their own people. And the interesting thing was I never had to do counseling in Alaska. And some of it, there's some people that needed counseling, but I honestly did not have to engage. I mean, a lot of the counseling ended up happening as you were, casting a fishing pole or out, hunting or something of that sort. But from a lot of those people, they go to Alaska for one of two reasons: is one, they're running away from something, or two, they're wanting to basically be on their own and eke out their own existence. And so you find a lot of people that are out there, they're doing the hunting, the fishing, and living off the land, and
which is a battle. Yeah,
well, that can be a battle of its own, of its own nature. And so, and the thing is I'm just as guilty. We like to be in control. We like to know, where things are going all the time. And the thing is we think about all these things. We try and project that onto in all these areas, and then forget about the fact that the battle has already been won.
Isn't that only self-deception when we think we know everything that's going on? I mean, it's like taking the placebo and thinking you're all set.
You're all set, and everything's going to be okay now.
Because we never really know.
Right.
Yeah. Also, Bible said it's Moses is raise his hand, and Israel's people is have win and win fall, and it's maybe pray. It's we are praying, we have win, and if no praying, we are lose.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely an example. And then, of course, you got the example of Aaron and
Ben-Hur.
No, who came and helped him hold his arms up when his
right. Aaron and her.
It was her.
It was
her. Oh, you said Ben. Okay, yeah. So anyway,
it was just her, not Ben-Hur.
Oh, what I heard is Ben-Hur. So that's an example too of just the fact that we're not alone, and that we have others that we can go to even help give us the ways in which God has helped us maybe in overcoming some of the things that we struggle with. Because God can use that as well, and that's part of fighting in the battle is utilizing the resources that are around you. But two, as we've talked about going to the Lord in prayer and going to Him first, is acknowledging the fact that He's mighty in this battle we find ourselves facing, whether it's of a physical nature, spiritual nature, mental nature, any of these categories. Is to remember that God is there, fighting for us, and not leaving us alone to just flounder and to fail. I mean, God doesn't want us to fail. He wants us to be more like Him, and so God wants to show us His almighty power in the things we find ourselves fighting. And so, just like the children of Israel, recall, who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. And so, Kurt, you had your hand up earlier.
Well, I look at this and it took us not even 5 minutes to come up with 27 things, which leads me to believe the list is a lot longer than this.
Exactly. Yeah.
And as I look at it, and like I said before, it's almost depressing. But you look at that and you think, why would anyone presume that they can fight all those battles at once by themselves?
When they're really all those going on every day. It's
Yeah.
not just one of those.
And it truly shows you how much we need the Lord. And truly knowing that none of these are an issue to him at all.
Right. And
So-
he's able to handle all those things in not only your life, my life, every life of every believer that's on the face of the planet.
Right.
And not be, not ever ceasing in being mighty, in relation to that. So, yeah, good.
We're just not gonna be able to win those battles on our own.
No.
None of them.
We can't even slice a few of them out of there and say that we can do it consistently.
Right. Well, and like I said, most of them were operating on planes that we just don't have the ability, to be able to overcome. I mean, you think about health. I mean, we can eat healthy, we can run, we can do all kinds of things, but yet, there might be a point where